Namaste, beautiful brothers and sisters. Happy 6/6 portal. Woohoo! Let's just wait and just see if anyone joins me for this live call. And I just want to share a little bit about the energies, about what's going on. And I want to share a song as well. I'm going to sing the fairy song for everyone. So let's just see if anyone's going to join me. I'm a few minutes late. I'm 10 minutes late. I'm very, very sorry about that. I wasn't planning to be late, but you know, things happen, and got a lot going on. There's a lot cooking in Jen's kitchen at the moment. There's some big, big things cooking. Hello, Mitchell. Come on, people, let's join the video. I really, really want to start the video. Please say hello when you get here. And yeah, I'm gonna play you all my fairy song. But I kind of want people to listen to the beginning. The beginning is so good, isn't it, Archie Bear? Where is everyone? In the land of the fairies, the pixies and elves, stone circles and hawthorn rings. The sound of the timeless ones can still be heard in the echoes of these ancient hills. The spirit of nature is loud and clear. Her voice carries in the wind. If you listen with your heart. You'll hear her, Mother Nature. She's calling out to you through the whispers of the rustling leaves and the sparkle of the inner star. I'm just going to give you a little tiny taster of the fairy ring. And I'm going to do an online concert, so actually everyone can come with the intention to really, really receive the transmission of the music. So hello, Sally, who's that? Please say hello when you arrive. So here we are, the 6/6 portal. How is everyone feeling? I just want to share with everyone what's been going on for me in this last little period of time. So basically, there's a lot going on. We've come out of Mercury retrograde. We've had the really, really powerful strawberry moon. Hello, Sally, darling. We've had the full strawberry moon in Sagittarius. There's a lot of energy. Now, what happens is that as the sun reaches its highest point in the skies at the Tropic of Cancer, on the summer solstice, it's like we have an experience of darkness and light kissing each other. So this is one of the cross-quarter points where duality for that single moment merges and becomes one. And so the energies of the summer solstice are deeply connected to sacred union. That's what it's all about. It's the union of the darkness and light, because we've just come up from the Tropic of Cancer, when in the winter solstice, when the sun went to its lowest level in the northern hemisphere, and we only had like a few hours of daylight, and now it's been going up, 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 like the Capricorn goat climbing up the ecliptic wheel, and then it's now coming up to its point where it's going to meet in the Tropic of Cancer. And then at that point, that's like a point of balance in a way, and then it goes the other way. So we have these moments at these cross-quarter points where we come out of duality and we come into union. So it's union energy that we are working with. And this is why we have so many twin flames coming into recognition around this time. This is the most powerful time really in the cycle, because the sun is called the soul. you know, in Spanish, it's called the sol. And it's showing us, it's mirroring to us that the sun is a mirror of our soul. And we've all signed up for the sine wave, and we've all signed up to experience duality. Now, within duality, we have the promise of union. And these powerful equinoxes and solstices, these are these moments of union. And also we're working with the sun as it moves throughout the galaxy on its own ecliptic cycle with Sirius, which is its binary star. We are now getting to a place where the sun gets very, very close to Alcyon, which is the central star of our galaxy, which is called Alcyon. Now, within Alcyon, there are what are called God particles, and they spew forth from Alcyon. And then our sun is a bit like the child of Alcyon, and our sun absorbs the God particles and then beams out those God particles to us, and we are the reciprocators of the God particles. And how the God particles work is they're a bit like a microwave, and they transform the structure of our DNA. So a really good analogy is that our 2-strand DNA is like a popcorn kernel. It's very, very hard. But then as the God particles spew forth from Alcyon and our sun pumps out those particles, this kind of like heats up the DNA. Oh my gosh, oh, it's very strong here, obviously. It heats up the DNA, and the DNA structure changes patterning, and it becomes fluffy. And the fluffy corn is the potential that lies within the kernel, and that is what is happening to us on a DNA level. So as we approach these very, very high level intense times, such as the solstice, such as the equinox, etc., we are getting bombarded. Now, this is why there is an agenda to block out the sun, because they are trying to stop this process. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to stop this process. And so that's why, you know, I had that dream. I don't know if you all recall, but I had this dream where I looked up at the sun and I saw Krishna, and Krishna was black, representing the force of dielectricity. And then within the sun, I saw all of these hieroglyphs. And that was my higher self's way of telling me that the sun is packed, filled with codes that are received and absorbed by us. Now, these codes directly affect the pineal gland, which is the kind of like the factory of ascension within our physical vessels. And so the pineal gland, as we know, is all about light, and it's all about darkness and light. And so the pineal gland must receive these codes in order to start sending information throughout our chakra system, throughout our entire 12 chakra system, our entire auric field, that we are transforming. We are coming out of caterpillar duality consciousness, and we are galloping towards butterfly unity consciousness. And that is the trajectory for every single soul that incarnates on the earth, whether you are aware of it or not. You could be the most asleep 3D person working in a bank, like watching like, you know, endless series of Netflix every day, not doing any spiritual work on yourself, but you are here to evolve. And you might not wake up in this lifetime, but you're certainly going to wake up in another lifetime. So every single one of us are on this awakening trajectory to come out of duality consciousness, which has been the agenda. The agenda has been to keep us stuck and identified as separate beings, when actually the truth is we are all fractals of the whole. And so each one of us represents the entirety of the whole. And that is the awakening trajectory, is coming out of identifying with the separate consciousness, the illusion of the separate consciousness, to coming fully into the realization that I am one with all that is, that I am a fragment of all that is. Please share this video, brothers and sisters. This is a very, very important message that is coming out on the 6/6 portal. And the 6/6 portal is deeply connected to the solstice. It's like the sort of like the preface, you know, when you read a book and you're about to get to the chapter, well, you've got to go through the preface, which is kind of like preparing you for the energetics of the story. And so this is the preface. This is like the pre-warm-up for the solstice energies. And it's always very powerful because of where our sun is positioned in the skies. And the fact that it is about to kiss the Tropic of Cancer, and then we're going to meet in that moment of union. And then, because you've got to remember, because when the sun reaches the Tropic of Cancer, it then begins its descent down the ecliptic wheel. And so it's gone its ascent, and now it's going on its descent. This is polarity. This is duality in real time. And so at these cross quarter points, this is where we have such a deeply auspicious opportunity to tap into our true source self. Do you know what I mean, guys? So this is why these transmissions, these portal dates are very, very powerful. I do believe, so my understanding is that when the soul slumbers, God speaks to us in numbers, and numerology is a language that it's very, very difficult for us to truly fathom with our rational mind. Numerology is really the language of the subconscious mind, the language of the soul. But one thing I will say about numerology is that many of us have attributed meaning to certain number patternings, and we have all collectively agreed that certain patterns of numbers, such as 1111, such as 144, such as 33445566, we have all made an agreement prior to incarnation into these vessels that we wouldn't experience a heightened intensity of spiritual energy around those portal dates in order to accelerate our ascension. So it's like this. We're going along on our ascension path, and then we have a spike. And then we come back down, and then we go along, then we have another spike. And these portal dates are the spikes that give us a phenomenal opportunity to harvest deep spiritual knowledge and deep remembrance of who we are on as source beings. We're all source beings, and we're all here to awaken to that. There's no competition. Like, someone doing really well is good for you. Like, it's good for you. If someone being successful, that's good for the whole. There's no competition. We want everyone to shine. We want everyone to step into their most glorious expansion, knowing that as that happens, the whole entire collective is deeply bathed in these success codes. So we're all on this journey. We are all on this trajectory towards self-realization, coming out of being identified with duality and coming back into union consciousness. So let me just speak today now about the 6/6 portal. What has been coming up for me as whoever I am on this journey is the understanding that there are very deep programs that are locked into the deepest depths of our unconscious mind around the idea of abuse. Humanity has been deeply abused. By the top of the pyramid, we've got this pyramid structure that has existed in this old world kind of format, and those at the top of the pyramid have sought to normalize abuse. And so this has had a massive effect on all of us. But the most insidious effect it has is the normalization. Like, we think it's okay. There's this, we don't always question whether that was appropriate, if someone to speak to us in that way. When we get thrown under the bus, oh, maybe we deserved it. There's always these thoughts, maybe I deserved it. No, we absolutely don't. We absolutely deserve to be loved, to receive devotion, to be treated with the deepest honor and respect. So in this ceremony that is going to be taking place later on this evening, we are going to be facing this unconscious pattern and program which has said it's okay for us to be abused. You know, this has had a huge, massive effect on the divine masculine consciousness, because not only has it been normalized by the sort of like, you know, the programming, the divine masculine also has to deal with the war codes. So they have had to go out in past lifetimes. From the time of Atlantis, there has been a lot of war that has taken place on the earthly realm. And because the top of the pyramid, the leaders were nefarious, they did not have humanity's interests at heart. These wars that the divine masculine fought were not for benevolent purposes, and whether they were consciously aware of it or not, unconsciously they took on incredible levels of guilt for harming innocent humanity. This has had a huge effect on the overall vibration of planet Earth, and it is very, very important that we face this, because think about shadow work. Our shadow only exists in the darkness. The moment you shine a light and turn to face it, it's no longer the shadow. And what happens is these patterns that are lodged into the subconscious mind, they crystallize because they're unchecked. Like, oh, I'm just getting on with my life, I'm having my dinner, I'm watching TV. They're crystallized. And then this crystallization sort of like sends a cloak over your life, and then that becomes your dominant vibration, these crystallized patternings. So you can be sitting there doing all the manifestation in the world, all the visualization in the world, but you have thought forms that are locked into your subconscious mind that are casting a veil over the clarity of you as a manifestor. You see, but the moment we turn to face them head on, of like, wow, that's an ancestral patterning, that's a collective programming, I've taken that on as well, it's no longer in the shadow, guys. And that activates a decrystallization process. It activates a decrystallization process. Turning to face the shadow, the shadow can only exist in the darkness, you see. The moment you bring light to it, it transforms. It transforms in patterning and structure. And so that is the work that we are going to be doing tonight. We are going to be clearing very, very, very deep programs where we think it's okay for us to be abused, because we have been abused. We've been abused by those at the top of the pyramid. This world is not, in a way, like, of course nature has for the most part remained untouched, but the way society has been set up, this is all very, very, very damaging for the soul consciousness. We are meant to live interconnectedly. We are meant to live as a tribe. We are meant to support each other. We are meant to wash our clothes together. We are meant to cry together, laugh together. We are meant to look after each other's children. We are meant to hold space for each other when we go through trauma in our life. That's how it's meant to be. But of course, we're all living in these separate little boxes, watching TV, going shopping. This is not the divine plan. You know, we've made it work because we're very, very resilient. We're humans. We're super, super resilient. But really, we are the generation that ends this. Do you know what I mean? We are the generation that ends this, and we are the ones that start breaking down these thought forms and these patterns and these structures that have taken over humanity since the time of Atlantis. So for myself, I have noticed that I have been very, very confronted with these patterns, and I have had to face my own subconscious beliefs that I deserve to be abused. Like I had an experience a few days ago where I was very, very deeply abused by a frenemy, someone that I let in very, very close, and she ambushed me. She ambushed me on the most deepest level. And because I trusted her, that was abuse, because she's been abused. And so she then decided to abuse me. But it's all perfect because it's just highlighting this issue, this issue of abuse that, do you know what I mean, guys? That humanity has, it's like, oh yeah, it's fine to abuse me. Yeah, I don't even know what my standards are. Don't even know what my boundaries are. There's this massive grey area. And that has been the agenda of the old controllers, is to confuse us around the way that we're treated. So this is going to be an amazing ceremony. It starts at 17 minutes past 7. And the reason it starts at 17 minutes past 7 is because that is a twin flame code. Remember, guys, we are working to assist the twin flame collective here. We are the ground crew, and we are bringing in and grounding and earthing this divine energy as like acupuncture points. All of us in the transmissions are like living acupuncture points, and we're sending in these pulses, we're sending in these codes into the collective consciousness that is creating the vibration where these twin flame unions can really begin to anchor in earnest. Because a lot of the reason why many people are not manifesting their twin flame unions is because of their subconscious beliefs. That's why. And so if we don't address what the subconscious blocks, then we're not going to manifest our heart's desires. And so that's why we all gather on our grid points, we anchor the light, we send the light as through pulses into the collective, and then we transform the vibration of the collective grid, which then, well, also we clear on an individual level. So this is going to help you on your specific twin flame journey, because most likely one of the great things that's been blocking your union is the belief that you don't deserve it. The belief that you believe that you should be punished, that you've done something wrong. I have that belief. I have had that belief. I had an absolute terrible start in life. You know, I had a great mother, but I had a father that left my mum when she was pregnant. I had a stepdad who never liked me, couldn't stand the sight of me. I had a grandfather I was absolutely terrified of. Like, that did not instill the adequate programming me to make it all just like smooth sailing. There are beliefs that have been crystallized within my subconscious mind, believing that I deserve to be punished. I deserve to not get what my heart really wants, you know? So I know that if I've got that, and I've been doing this work on myself for nearly 30 years, like, then everyone must have it. Do you know what I mean? And anyway, so since this 6/6 transmission has been announced, I've had to do some very deep work with my own subconscious mind, and it's been confronting, but it's also been very refreshing, because I've got to see these patterns that were hidden away in the deepest depths and crevices of my subconscious mind. So this is going to be an amazing ceremony, and I'm going to post the link to book onto the ceremony. I'm going to send this video out to everyone on my subscriber list. I'm going to post it on Instagram, post it on where else? YouTube. So hello to everyone on YouTube and Instagram. Please share this video, and let's really have that understanding, because just us talking about the 6/6 portal and having that eagle's perspective on the energies that are happening, and these spikes, and why we've all agreed to have these energetic spikes, people are going to have a deep understanding, and they may start questioning about their subconscious patterns, you know. So everyone that shows up for the ceremony tonight is definitely going to have a major breakthrough. We are going to be clearing heavy burdens that have been imposed upon humanity since the time of Atlantis. This is mega work, guys, and obviously it's a very auspicious for your lineage for you to participate. This will have a knock-on effect to your children, to your grandchildren. It will also have a knock-on effect to your entire ancestral lineage, because remember, time is not linear. Time is vertical. So as we change the pattern in the present moment, which is the 0 point field, this then reverberates throughout all the different timelines, and this is what we are here for. So I'm not going to make a long video. I just wanted to really talk in depth about this, you know, about this 6/6 portal. So I'm going to post the link to book. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to share some music on the ceremony. And so yeah, thank you for sharing this video, everyone. And I'm going to go. So I love you all. Is there any more comments? So looking forward. Sheila says, so grateful to you for this sharing. It's helped me so much. Huge breakthrough of our unity and that we're not alone. Oh, ever. Oh, Sheila, love you, darling. And thank you for your endless support. And yes, so I've got some really, really exciting things to share with you from tomorrow as well. But let's get this 6/6 transmission out the way and do this great, great work for humanity. So on that note, thank you for all the love hearts. Thank you for all the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, please say hi. Please tell me how this message is landing with you. And please know that you will always, always have my love, my friendship and my support. We're absolutely all in this together. And together we are the ones that we have been waiting for, and we are the ones that we have prayed for, and we are here now, and we are awakened, and we are doing this great, great work. So I love you all. Namaste.